So yeah, man, I got a dope topic of discussion. I just want to breeze through with you guys real quick. If y'all want to come up and join me, just send y'all invite to the lobby. We going to kick it. And then again, we got Luca's birthday game with the Lakers versus the Clippers. I don't know if I'm going to stream it here on this stream or if I should just do a special stream for the game later on. But it is Throwback Thursday. So we need to get into the groove. But let's talk about what we're here for this morning. And I saw a report or a story about, I don't want to say friction in the Lakers locker room, but there is a debate in the Lakers locker room involving the battle of the backup big man. I'm talking about Maxi Kleber and Jaxson Hayes. Who is the most prioritized big to back up DeAndre Ayton? Justo says Maxi Kleber. And I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a Q&A at the end of every stream. So if you guys got any questions, just leave them in the comments. And at the end of the stream, I'll make sure we have a Q&A segment and we'll join. Bit, I'm going to have you come up in a second because I want your thoughts on this. But Maxi Kleber or Jaxson Hayes, who should be prioritized to be the backup for DeAndre Ayton? You know, it's interesting to me because the Lakers have been active as far as trying to get that front court together from the complaints that we've had over the last year and a half. But I feel like we still have not completed the job. Even with DeAndre Ayton, if we're going to have a backup to Ayton, I believe he needs to be physical. I believe that he needs to be defensive minded. And I don't see that in Jaxson Hayes nor Maxi Kleber. DeAndre Ayton himself, to me, is not a rim protector. None of those three guys are rim protectors. All of those guys really are offensive minded. And I'm going to break down the similarities and things with Maxi Kleber and Jaxson Hayes. But I want to know from y'all, who would y'all rather have backing up DeAndre Ayton at this point, or at least starting off the season? I mean, Jaxson Hayes, we're going to start off with him because of the experience he's had with the team. Jaxson Hayes, I believe, is 24 years of age right now, 6'11", 220 pounds. He's entering his sixth season into the NBA. He was drafted 8th overall back in 2019. You know, Jaxson Hayes is very athletic. He can jump out the gym. Like offensively, he's an athletic rim running big. He thrives in transition, lob catching, and a lot of weak side shot blocking we've seen from him, especially in the second part of the year last year. Jaxson Hayes, to me, is extremely mobile for his size, but he's raw in terms of like polished post moves offensively and defensive positioning. He's just not there yet. His game really relies heavily on his energy, his athleticism, and his vertical spacing. And that can be okay, but I feel like mentally, your basketball IQ has to, step up to par. His tendencies offensively with Jaxson Hayes, he excels, like I said, as a lob threat. No doubt. He's a very limited creator. He struggles with consistent jump shooting. That's been a problem since he's been in the purple and gold. He runs the floor well. He can get easy buckets and transitions. But again, defensively, he's not a rim protector. He got good timing, but he bites on fakes too much. I feel like he fouls too much. Like his rotations is still inconsistent. His IQ defensively is inconsistent. He still has a lot to work on in the defensive department. And I feel like that's going to be needed if you're going to be backing up, DeAndre Ayton at the big position. Jaxson Hayes, he gives the Lakers an athletic, center who can play in fast-paced lineups. I think Jaxson Hayes probably could protect the rim in small spurts. I just don't think it's going to be enough when we get into like the playoffs or playing them, playoff level half court offenses. Like his lack of discipline, I think, is what is going to cost us. You know, I don't know. Maxi Kleber, on the other hand, he's old. I think Maxi is what, 32 years old. We didn't even see Maxi play at all last year, did we? Other than the last game. If I'm not mistaken, we didn't get to see Maxi Kleber play into the elimination game in the playoffs. But I think he's around 32 years old. I think he's going to coming into his 8th season in the NBA. Maxi Kleber, like Justo had alluded to before, he's a stretch big with defense versatility. He's not flashy, but when he's healthy, he's shown that he's reliable. Maxi's shown that he's disciplined. He spaces the floor with his 3-point shooting. I will definitely give him that. Defensively, he on paper, Maxi Kleber defends multiple positions, including the center, including the forwards. And I think he does thrive as a help defender, but that the injuries, his history of just not being available is just a concern to me. And I'm just keeping it real. Y'all know how I've been last year. I just had, not that I had no respect for him as a player, but bro, your best ability is availability. If you're not going to be out on the court to help the Lakers right now, I don't really want to talk about you. You're a role player. So if you can't play, I mean, there's nothing for me to really discuss. But respectfully, when Maxi Kleber is healthy, he's a dependable two-way role player. I'll say that. His tendencies offensively, strong catch and shoot option from deep. I think he functions well in pick and pop sets. He's a good passer within the flow of the offense. Defensively, his IQ is higher than Jaxson Hayes. I think his positioning is better than Jaxson Hayes. He's reliable on rotations. He's just not physical. He's just not physical. Let me take this call real quick because I bet you this is something important. My, my, my. My. Bit, is you joining? Is you in the building, bro? Appreciate your patience.
Sure.
Always something.
Yes, sir. Like Lynn.
I can't hear you. I think it's that Bluetooth.
No.
There we go. All right, man. Let me go to the chat real quick. Justo says Ayton is the best fit as a stretch big.
You can hear me now, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you clear. What's the word, G?
Shit, man. Chilling, man, on the way to work. I had to tap in real quick.
Oh, you know how I do in the morning, gang. You already know how. I got to get it out the way. What's your thoughts, though, bro, on this potential battle of the backup bigs in the locker room with Maxi Kleber and Jaxson Hayes? Who's the best fit to back up DeAndre Ayton?
I think they should both play for real, to give Ayton some rest throughout the season. You get the best of both worlds. You get Ayton you get Jaxson Hayes who can catch lobs. He can run protect in certain spots when he's playing well. And then you got Kleber who can splash the floor. He can switch multiple defenders. He probably take him a little bit of the season to probably get back into season shape. But I think they should all play. It'll give us rest for the season, flexibility, different lineups.
But my thing about it is this though: if you feel like, let me bring Justo up. My bad, Justo. I didn't even see you. Um, if you feel like that, then you must feel like the Lakers as a roster is complete. You're good with this team right now because if we have to trade someone or try to get better, I'm pretty sure in that package, Jaxson or Maxi will be in that deal. Um, so when you say that you want to see them both, are you saying that you don't want the Lakers to make any moves? You good with this roster for the rest of the season?
No, I definitely want us to make more moves, but as we currently constructed, I feel like all three of them need to play.
Justo,
I don't
what's
know.
up, bro?
I feel like I truly believe this is like the best. Like I feel this is like the best like scenario for the Lakers right now because
Really?
as you look at the center market, like it don't get greater than this. I feel like there's no center that's really available. Like I feel like all the centers right now is they used to be available like Miles Turner and Brook Lopez. I feel like it's officially locked down. I feel like we don't have no opportunity for like another like a stretch big. I feel like they should have developed
But
Jackson Hayes a 3-pointer.
my thing is this. I mean, there's no defensive presence with these three guys. Who's gonna play defense? We got Luca on the team. We got Austin Reeves on the team. Somebody got to play defense, right? If we're going to win a championship, if we're going to compete, I thought defense wins championships. I thought in basketball it was the best of seven series. I didn't think this was the NFL. So the game slows down. You have to be a defensive minded person, right? I just don't see that in none of our. I don't see rim protection in none of our guys. I think Anthony Davis is better than all three of these guys defensively. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Ayton or Kleber or Jaxson Hayes. I think that their assets are more offensive than anything. But comparing just Maxi and Jaxson Hayes alone, as far as who's going to be who you're going to use to back up um, DeAndre Ayton, people are not. I, I don't know. It's not an easy call to me.
I don't know.
I
I think
feel
there'll be a
like
lot.
on paper,
Go ahead.
no, I just feel like on paper, a lot of people are going to say Maxi Kleber check off more boxes, but he's not healthy. So what's the point? I can't invest in that.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna come to a point where it's like in the playoffs it's gonna become like to like a small, like kind of to like a small ball type of lineup for the Lakers because if you really look at that child be looking at Jackson Hayes as like your do it all center or Maxi Kleber, that's not who they are. So I feel like the Lakers know what they have constructed. So I feel they're gonna have to base their defense like they've been playing, like help side defense or team defense to get like to win a lot of games this season, and if not in the playoffs.
I think you make a good point. I mean, there's arguments for both of these guys. Don't get it twisted. There's arguments to be made for both of these guys. I think when you think about it, Jaxson Hayes, he overlaps DeAndre Ayton's skill set a little bit when we talk about the lob threat, the rim running, but he doesn't give you the spacing. Maxi Kleber gives Lakers the spacing and the IQ they need, around LeBron and Ayton and some of the other guards. He's safer, but he's not he's not reliable to me. So this thing is upside down. I don't know. I really don't know. And if I can't make a justified call just though in my decision of who I should have backing up Ayton, I both of them can go then. If I can't be committed to one, then they both can go because somebody gonna have to show up defensively. Bitch, you back with us, G?
Yeah, my mic was tripping. It wouldn't let me
Oh,
talk. But yeah, we don't got that much defense at the big position, so we're gonna have to play a lot of help rotation and help the next man. I don't like that. That's the only thing about this team I don't like either. We don't got no defensive depth at the center.
we ain't got no
We ain't got
defensive
no
impact at this on this team. Period. To
other
keep
than
it real,
Marcus
shit.
Smart, Marcus Smart, Vando, and LeBron in the playoffs. That's all we got.
And Marcus Smart, bro. Like
Rui
I'm
not that
excited
bad.
about. I'm excited about Smart, but what about his availability?
Yeah, that's
Are
what
we
that's what
sure
we
he
was
gonna
talking
be
about.
healthy?
That's the same thing we was talking about. Is he gonna play? How is he gonna look when he play? He hasn't played competitive basketball probably about 3 years now.
Lakers land, y'all let me know. Y'all let Bit know. Y'all let Justo know what y'all think about who is the most prioritized, who should be the prioritized backup big for the Lakers. Should it be Jaxson Hayes? Should it be Maxi Kleber? I say if you can't make a decision on one, then they both are expendable. We'll figure out how
I
it
don't know.
play
Me
out.
personally, I feel like they should start Marcus over Reeves though. If I gotta be honest, I feel like it's time to because you're gonna need a lot of bench points, and Marcus Smart's not that type of guard that need bench points. He need more defensive stops than bench points. So I feel like like as much as great Gabe Vincent, Gabe Vincent is good, but they ain't lacking size at the point guard position. So I feel like if you bring Reeves off the bench, like they give you like flexibility, from the bench perspective.
So y'all think we should start? Should we start Vando, Rui, Smart, or AR?
First of all, Justo's recommendation is horrible to start Marcus Smart instead of Austin Reeves. Answer this for me, first of all, Justo. What does the backup backcourt look like? Gabe Vincent and Austin Reeves or Bronny and Austin Reeves?
It's gonna have to
It
be.
should be Gabe and Reeves. It should be Gabe
So
and Reeves.
we're talking about a guy in Austin Reeves who's on his way to being an all-star. You really think he's going to be good with going to the second unit? You think that's going to help his campaign of becoming an all-star with the Lakers? Or is that
No,
more than
no,
likely
no,
going to want him to, or is that more than likely going to ask him to leave?
no offense, like Land. I gotta bust your bubble for Reeves. He is not an all star type of player.
Austin Reeves is not an
I feel like
all-star
he
type
had
of
he
player.
had
You
one
say
great
that with a
season
straight, I know
against
your
that.
camera not on, but you say that with a straight face that Austin Reeves is not a potential all-star player.
No,
Really?
he's not.
Wow. Bit, what you got to say about that bit? This is crazy. I love it though. This is what I like, Justo. This is what I like.
I mean,
Insane.
I feel like he right under the All Star tier, because especially the last playoffs, it showed us where like you put size on him, he can become ineffective, and then defensively he'll give effort, but he's just small. So if he isn't giving us that scoring and playmaking boost, then it's really a liability. Honestly, I feel like Austin Reeves though he has All Star like I think his ceiling is an All Star, but I don't know if he'll make the team. You got yeah. You just gotta we just gotta see how the season go, bro. Because I don't think Austin Reeves will ever be an All Star, but he definitely has All
Now,
Star.
are you saying you don't think he'll be an all-star with the Lakers or period?
I don't think he will. Period. I think other players will just beat him out.
Wow.
I can't
But
The
believe you
disres
said it. I can't believe you said it with a straight face. Talking about Reeves to be an all-star guard. You know how many great guards in the league that's better than Reeves?
I mean, I'm gonna have to do my homework because I had a serious argument. I'm not gonna let y'all just shoot me down like that. I had a serious argument for Austin Reeves transitioning to being an all-star, and I'm not just gonna allow y'all to destroy that argument. But I forgot my argument points, so
nah,
I'll
I
be
could see the
I'll be ready.
argument, but I just like bro said, there's other better guards that I think would just beat him out. But I could see the argument for sure.
All right, well, that's my only discussion for this morning. It is Throwback Thursday, so I am just going to kick back and enjoy some of this Luca's birthday game with the Lakers versus the Clippers. Shout out to my boys Justo and Bit. Y'all welcome to stay up here on the lobby if y'all want, but I'm not going to do too much of nothing but just run this game and just do my little throwback thing. And I will catch everybody tomorrow here on Lakers Land Live in the morning. Y'all know how we do.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, man. Let me go